Hey everybody, the day is July 8th, 2012, and I hope you're here to grind because this is Optional Bosses with Philanthropist Gamer, Kyle Neely.
And ZeroHawk315, Abraham.
Alright, let's just get things started. We're going to do what we always do, talk about what we've been playing lately and stuff like that. What I did, Abraham, I believe you were there. We played Brawl last Friday.
Yep.
Kind of got into the brawl a little bit.
Those are some great matches.
Some good matches with a few other friends. Mark was there also, and it was a good night. We tried to get Project M to work, but we couldn't get it. We got frustrated, and then just played Brawl because we were ready to smash,
Yeah, I had to.
But we're gonna try again. We're gonna try again next weekend. Play some Project M. Let us know if you play Project M because we want to know what y'all think of it, and we're gonna definitely be doing it. Cool. Well, what have you been playing, Abe?
Not much. Like you, Brawl. Been going at it with Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
Nice.
Enjoying it a whole lot.
Awesome. You know what? Something told me I knew you would.
Whatever that something was, that was right. It was dead. I freaking love it. Yeah. So a lot of fun. Yeah.
Great. Well, it's just the two of us here tonight. It's gonna be a very small one. I don't know how long it's gonna go, but we got a lot of stuff to say. We're gonna be talking fighting games mostly. On that, I want to start a new segment because I said I was going to try a few new segments tonight where we're going to talk about kind of what we wish we were playing right now, but maybe financially we don't have the cash to get it or don't have the trades to trade in to get those games. Just anything that's out on the market right now that we wanted to play, or maybe something that came out a few months ago that we couldn't get our hands on either, maybe slipped under the radar. So I'll go ahead and start. I really wish I was playing Spec Ops: The Line. Bad. I don't know if you know anything about this game, but it's kind of like think of it. It's a third-person shooter, modern shooter, which already sounds kind of boring. But here they took a real close and a really good look at the narrative and how they're going to write it and everything.
Oh, okay.
And it actually kind of follows the story of Apocalypse Now. Where like a crazed mentor officer going crazy, and you have to hunt him down and. Maybe set things right. So that game looked really good, and I really wanted to play that. So hopefully I'll get my hands on that soon. And also that MMO, The Secret World, which is very Lovecraftian. Every fairy tale that ever's happened is on Earth right now, and there's no skill levels and no grinding. But it sounds like really an untraditional MMO. So that's kind of wish I was playing right now. What about you?
Jeez. The rest of Metal Gear Solid? No.
Never too late.
I guess I'll. Wow. I'm kind of interested in the Mass Effect series. There you go. The new DLC and everything that just came out.
Okay,
so I was
cool.
like, whoa, this is interesting. They actually did it right this time. So. That series has been intriguing me since I got feedback on it. So
cool.
And of course it's 3 games, so I'm like,
you're going from one giant series to another.
Exactly. So I'm like, well, this is like a full another 3-4 month project right there. So it's like that's and of course it is 3 games. So I'm like, a lot of.
Well, the good news is Metal Gear Solids are not too long. They usually run about 12 hours. I think the third one runs about 20 hours, and the fourth one probably about the same amount, maybe a little shorter.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But not too long of games.
Not too long.
I can't really say the same. It depends on how much you're willing to put into it. Yeah.
That's something. That's a very time-consuming one. But that'd be. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, we're gonna do one more new segment, and I'm gonna try and explain this the best I can. But this is gonna be something real badass that we're gonna do every single time we do a podcast. For every person on the panel, right now it's just the two of us. Yeah. Someone's gonna bring a character in mind. They're only gonna know their own character. And the thing is, the character is gonna be kind of classed, if you will. Today's kind of class is sword wielders. So, Abraham, you've chosen a character that's just a sword wielder, and I've chosen a character that's just a sword wielder.
Hopefully not the same character.
Yeah, hopefully not the same character. And our discussion is going to be why I think that character can beat up your character, why that character is good. We're just going to justify the characters that we picked. And then maybe do a little, talk about how, those characters could whoop up on each other. So, let's just throw caution to the wind and try this, Abraham.
Yeah, let's go, yeah.
All right, my character is Auron from Final Fantasy X.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Very
Okay,
nice.
what's
very
your?
nice.
I'll give my justifications after I hear yours.
Okay. Squall, Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
very
I had
cool.
to-
Oh, he's got a little projectiles to him
yeah,
too.
yeah. I'm like, here we go. Yeah.
Okay, let me justify my character, man. He's got he's big dude. He's got sick hair.
Yeah.
You know, he only wears one sleeve because he doesn't give a fuck. He's got a
Only
huge
has to use
sword.
one arm, yeah.
Yeah, he just uses one arm for his huge sword. He's got 6 specs that don't even sit on his ears. They
Right,
just
yeah.
sit right on his nose. So his balance is so extreme that those specs will just stay right on him, even when he's flipping around everywhere. And he drinks on the job, you know, and that's never
true,
a bad
yeah.
time. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's never a bad time.
It's
So
the best time.
and then
Actually,
spits it on his sword, shows a little love to the gods and everything. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I think I don't know, man. I think my character's kind of got it. Like, justify your character, and then we'll kind of go over why.
Well, shit.
A deadliest warriors like scenario.
Deadliest Warriors,
We don't have
right.
anything working. We have no
Yeah.
algorithms in the background or anything, but.
No, he's Squall. He's a badass. Doesn't give a fuck either. He's just, you say something, and he's like, whatever. That's like his main line. Half the game. No, his sword has a fucking gun on it. He's got a fucking revolver on his sword. So
That's
shit.
true. You can
So
do a
not-
stab and a shoot.
And a shoot, slash. No. Uses magic. Calls up summons everywhere. So there, shit.
Cool. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, my character, I feel like he's a pretty wise character. Abraham knows about the far plane, isn't it called in town?
Yeah.
Knows a little bit about the far plane and the current plane. You know what I mean? He's a walker of
The far plane
dimensions.
and the near plane.
In the near plane, exactly. The very, very close plane. Yeah, he's a walker of dimensions, He's a wise man. I think he may have it on your boy, character, but I don't know. You got projectiles on me, and you can use magic. I got a little magic of my own, though. Fueled by alcohol.
This is true. Yeah, but he's been through the far plane and all that shit. Squall's been through time though, bitch. He's gone. He's gone into the future and back, and didn't need a fucking DeLorean to do it. Shit. And he's been through some hell, dude. He's had people die on him. He didn't have parents.
Yeah.
He's pretty hard ass through in and out.
That's true, man. And he just changed his name to Leon on a whim.
Oh yeah. Mine. You don't even know, man. Yeah.
Okay, all right. You bring a very good point. I wish we had a third person here to tell us who would win out of the two. But that's kind of how this segment's gonna go. It'll get more cleaned up as we go along through the weeks, but I thought that went awesome.
Good first round, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good first round. Leon versus Orin, that'd be a great fight. Someone should animate it.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Cool. Alrighty, well, let's kind of keep on with the discussions and just kind of talk about fighting games in general and stuff like that. I've already talked about Brawl, enough, and Melee, and how Abe and I are big Melee fans and big combatants of that game and everything. But we like other fighting games and stuff like that. I think you mentioned Killer Instinct last week. That's a big game that you're into. I played that game a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I've never been the biggest Street Fighter fan, but to say that I don't play them is completely blasphemous.
Exactly.
I've played them a lot.
Comes out, you gotta play it at least once.
It's a fun game to play. After a few drinks or just when you're with your friends or whatever. It's a good game. But I would say that my favorite fighting game, and I'm going to be completely serious about this, is that PlayStation 1 Star Wars. No, that's ridiculous. No way. I don't know if you remember that Star Wars fighting game. Do you remember that game?
I remember that. That was terrible. That was terrible.
That game was totally awesome, man. But yeah, for fighting games, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I like Mortal Kombat a lot. I think that Mortal Kombat was probably the very first fighting game I got into. As a kid, just seeing the blood on the screen and having all the controversy that even my mom knew about. No, this game might be bad. Are you sure you can rent this? I'm like, no, you can turn off the blood. It's the Sega version. Of course, I didn't have that much knowledge back then, but I definitely, I think on the Sega version you could turn off the blood, and that was the selling point. It's like,
and on the Nintendo version it had no blood. So
really?
I think so. Yeah, I think the SNES version. Yeah, could be wrong about that. At least. But Nintendo censored a lot of shit, so
that's true.
That's in all likelihood.
And it was the same time those movies were coming out. And dude, it was Mortal Kombat fever.
The movie.
I think kind of I love the first
yeah,
movie.
you know,
Okay?
say what you will about the movie.
Yeah, the movie's really good. Yeah,
it's cheesy.
It's
kung fu,
it's still
like,
the best like video game movie to come out. I would say. I like Silent Hill a lot too.
Oh yeah, that was a solid.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. The second one we could probably not even talk about.
Yeah,
but as the series kind of went on and became like 3D and stuff like that, I lost a lot of interest in the series. I really liked the game being 2D. 4 when it kind of implemented the weapons, but it was hard to get the weapons out right before they became just a style that you could switch to with the L2 button, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like that was fun if you knew how to get the weapons out. Like so I think that was kind of the last fun I have the series until 9 came out and I really enjoyed the series.
That's the most recent one.
Yeah.
I like that one a whole lot. That one's really strong fluid system.
I thought it was better than Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in all honesty.
I would argue that too. I love Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat was just a great title to come out. And I was like, damn! After all these like shit titles, this one just blew it out of the water. Totally. Blew it out of the water.
I love this kind of coming back for 2D fighters too.
Yeah,
I'm all in on it.
We're really seeing this just this flux, this big huge bubble. It's just all of these games everywhere, you know. It's
right?
like, man, I can't get enough of fighting games either.
So well, what's some of your favorites, man?
Definitely, like we said before, Killer Instinct. That was kind of my Mortal Kombat at the time because they came out at the same time. 2D fighters, there's blood in them, you know. And I played the shit out of Killer Instinct. I think I probably said that before in the last podcast, but I mean, I played till my thumbs were numb. I had blisters on my thumbs of how much I was playing that game. I played for just hours and hours on end. But since then, my whole taste for fighting games has changed. I have played, Street Fighters, the Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom. Those are nice, solid titles.
Yeah, those are always fun.
I enjoy them.
They have their place for sure.
I always felt, though, that for me, they always felt a little slow. They felt a little slow, sluggish, a little rock, paper, scissors at times. But for me, several years back, I had finally discovered a game called Guilty Gear X.
Oh, yeah.
And I have not been the same since. That game just changed my outlook on the fighting game genre. I was like, wow, this is just insane.
Super Japanese fighting game.
It was the perfect time, too, because I was getting into anime at the same time, too. Mm-hmm. So I finally get this game. It is anime. And there are anime battles. And
cool backstories for all the characters and stuff.
And by this time, I'm all, like, DBZ'd out and Gundam Winged out and like fucking shit. And like, I don't know if you remember, you and I have actually had matches before where like our characters are just like clashing like multiple times in a row. And I'm just like, wow, I'm just like going out on this. And the pacing in that game, I guess for some people it's too much. The pacing
it's not too fast. I don't agree. I that's about as fast as I want it to be.
Yeah, but I mean, it just feels like every time I press a button, something's going on right then, right there. If you're gonna block, it's immediate. It's right there. Even in the current series that the same creator works on, BlazBlue, like they've got like standard blocks, but then they have like a quick block. So if you tap it, if you time it right, you block. Shit. There's something. The purists are gonna kill me on this one, but there's a benefit to timing your block instead of just holding back. Like you
really actually, I didn't know that.
I think you can actually attack a little bit sooner right after. You don't have a delay, a lag. It's so small, but it's there, and so that's really cool that they've fine-tuned the system so much. It's just so quick and just phenomenal. And a lot of people kind of don't like the craziness behind the characters, but I love it.
I like it too.
BlazBlue, Guilty Gear. I don't care that this girl is
I love
fighting
the story.
with an anchor.
BlazBlue's story is awesome.
Yeah,
its entire lore. I don't know if go Wikipedia if you're bored at work because it's the craziest lore ever. I really enjoy it.
I've spent hours on that Wikipedia page just going, what the fuck? This and that. Like,
they're brothers. Oh my god.
Little tedious to get through in the whole story mode, but it's cool. No, I love it. Yeah, so BlazBlue Guilty Gear totally just opened me up to that. I was just like, wow, and can't go back to the slower paced ones as easily.
It's hard, I don't even know how you play Smash like switching because Smash isn't even as fast as this game is.
No. Oh gosh, but yeah, and then of course Smash Brothers, Melee. Brawl's nice, but Melee definitely more fine tuned.
Always,
little more precise, little more, so.
Yeah, I hope Mark was wrong. He was saying that there was nothing different about Project M, but I think he trolls a lot, so I don't know. I don't know. It's never, you can never tell with that guy. So. I'll just throw one last one. I really like Samurai Showdown. I got to throw my love to some old Neo Geo,
right,
you know.
I
really don't like any of the new ones.
Yeah,
the new Samurai Shodown, but the old ones were really fun.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about SNK. Yeah. SNK.
SNK. I don't know why I said Neo Geo. They're just on Neo Geo.
Yeah, but no, you're right. I like those. I forget King of Fighters.
King of Fighters
I like
is
King
fun.
Of Fighters. Yeah, no, I like those. I like those. I forget about those. They're not my go-to ones, but I like them for what they are. They're really fun.
Yeah.
Definitely underappreciated, I think.
I definitely agree with that. Cool. Well, we're talking so much about fighters because Evo's going on right now. The championship series. So they're playing a lot of games there. They're playing the new King of the Fighters. They're playing Street Fighter. They're doing Mortal Kombat. They're doing the new Soul Calibur. I mean, they're doing like tons and tons and tons of fighting games there.
Yeah.
So just a shout out to all of them, everyone. Good job. How far y'all gotten so far? Good job to the champions. Everyone else. I'm sure y'all are gonna try again next year. And just good job to everybody for getting out there and being dedicated to what you love. And being dedicated and following the dreams and everything of trying to be the best.
Yeah.
Be the best, Abraham. So good for them and good for everyone who went out there and at least gave it a try because a lot of people aren't even trying, and that's kind of what we want to talk about today. It's kind of making maybe these Evo things a little more mainstream, making them a little more easy and more accessible and more easier to get into and more easily heard about and stuff like that. This is the age of information. I'm sure there's a lot of connections that people are already in that get a lot of Evo information, especially ahead of time, like how do you get into that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not information that the masses know, I would say, quite yet. So I don't know. I'm just kind of mowing around ideas, trying to make it more. I hate the word mainstream, but that's kind of what we need if these things are going to hit like TV, if they're going to be covered on TV and stuff like that. Like a sports event or something, if you will. Like the stuff like gaming events are over in Korea and stuff like that. So and they've tried it before on G4, like with stuff like Arena and stuff, and like it just doesn't work. A guy narrating what's going on with some teams that are playing against these games, on PCs or whatever, there's got to be ways to jazz it up. I don't know, unfortunately. But some ideas that I had were like this guy T-Squared, he's almost like a character now, almost like a star of his own, like of the gaming world for competition and everything. And they almost made him a character. He doesn't even go by his real name. He goes by T-Squared. It's a fake name. It's a character name. You know what I mean? So like maybe make more of these really good and dedicated players that come back to these tournaments every year that really get very far. Make them kind of more characterized or whatever. Yeah. I'm not saying make it corny. Don't everyone doesn't have to come out in capes and spandex and stuff like that. But give them more interviews, give them more public interviews and stuff like that. Like really push these people, market these people and stuff like that. Get some people on their sides. I don't know. That's the only way I kind of see it being able to blossom into something that we'll be able to all enjoy. But right now, I mean, you can only see it streaming on on big websites like G4 or IGN and stuff like that.
And even now, we're having trouble with the website itself.
Yeah, the websites, they're hard to get on. So many people are watching them right now that it's hard to get on. So I mean, I think the demand is there, but TV hasn't found the right way to package it yet. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Do you have any ideas how it'd be easier for us to get into these types of things?
No. Sorry, it's funny you said characters, and I went to like wrestling intros for these guys.
Oh, nice! With fireworks and everything.
They're like,
here comes Gamer X.
That'd be
comes down
crazy.
With sparklers and lucha libre masks. I dig it.
I think to make it more accessible, even to like gamers, is have like gaming leagues, have like a United States in our country. Have like a United States Gaming League. We've got the National Football League and everything.
Yeah, and there might be little sectors that are kind of like that right now, but they need to maybe get together. Unify them all.
Have agreed because I know there are definitely communities that play Smash Brothers. I know there are like Dead or Alive communities. There are definitely groups out there, but. You have to be literally friends with these guys. You can't just stroll into a place and say, "Hey, I want to sign up for this or this." and there's no unified posting. You just kind of find out hey, there's a tournament going on at this convention over here or at this GameStop over here. You kind of have to find out about it. There's no big posting about it. That would be just great to have a unified system like we do in other sports. It's so easy to find out about anything. You want to find out a football game? NFL.com, you've got it all right there. So that I think that would really help too, because we're ultimately we're the people who watch it. Sport. Gamers are going to be fans. Sports fans are going to be sports fans. They're going to watch sports.
Absolutely.
So treat it the same, because television's good too, and you're right. Television doesn't know how to market it just yet. But we're definitely interested in watching it, and we know the rules. I mean, anybody who watches something like golf or something or hockey for the first time not going to know how the rules are. So obviously somebody who doesn't know the rules to the game that somebody's playing, they're not going to understand it. But for those that do, it'd be great to have a system like that.
It would be really great, and and like I said, like stations like G4 and stuff like that have tried putting them on TV and stuff like that before, and there's just not enough views and stuff like that. But that was a few years ago. I think more people are getting into it. Even a few years is a big time for expansion in this industry. It's a real big. It used to be almost the size of a generation of consoles back then. We were getting consoles every 5 years. Talking over half of a console generation. 3 years is a big time for expansion. So I think it's time to maybe retry it again. And maybe Spike TV get in on it, or just these people who are gaming dedicated, who are interested and continuing to try and make gaming more for the masses, which I'm for and against, but we've obviously talked about that before. I'm looking out for the good of the industry for sure. And it's going to thrive with more people being involved in it, and that's just the way it is. So that's pretty great about Evo. I like I said, I really dig all those guys going out there. Our tournaments that we went to for Smash were always pretty small. They were always stuff at big anime conventions, but the tournaments were not the main focus. And stuff like that. But I would have been all over, hearing about regional Smash tournaments or something like that. You know what I mean? If those somehow ever rung in my ears, I would have been running to those sign-up sheets for sure.
And I remember some of the matches we saw at some of those tournaments. They were crazy. I was just like, I didn't know you could do this in the game. So that would be great, just to hey, gaming tournaments going on. Let's go down to wherever, and here it is. It was happening. Like a sports event, literally like a sports event.
Absolutely,
and that would be fantastic.
Local GameStops could put flyers in their game stores and stuff like that. It's easy to market with Facebook and stuff like that nowadays. You could
and if
start a blog to do it that way.
And if you want to set up some sort of stadium of sorts, there are plenty of vacant buildings.
Oh
more than big enough.
Absolutely.
Hold big crowds, set up giant projectors or whatever. You've got
feed the economy a little bit. Let's make it. Let's get the cogs moving here.
Invest a little. Get those returns. That'd be fantastic just to be able to go and just chill. Even if we're not participating in the tournament itself, still a lot of fun to watch.
I totally agree.
You get food and stuff in there, get a crowd, you're good. I think I never really watched the G4 or anything. I did see some of their tournaments. I felt like they were almost over sensationalizing. They tried to get some over the top announcer.
Trying to make it a little more crazier than it needs to be.
I guess to try and draw in other people, but I'm like, well, we're really technical on this. You can't spice up, a StarCraft match. You can make it interesting, but I mean, I'd rather have a more technical.
Maybe a StarCraft match would be appropriate for a guy to talk about maybe what the characters are doing and stuff like that. But I almost kind of want no commentary when it comes to fighting games. Especially with stuff like Guilty Gear, you're gonna narrate that.
That's
player one with the uppercut. Oh my God, he's not even doing the uppercut anymore. He's in the air launching. Blah blah blah. You couldn't keep up with that game.
They're like, oh, it's a quarter circle, a something oh shit,
He special to him. Oh my God.
No man.
It wouldn't work out, but there's a right way to do it. I don't know what it is. I'm right at this point. I'm more just complaining than anything, But I think there is something here, I think there's definitely something in Evo and stuff like that, and like especially with its extreme success this year, especially on all the sites that are streaming on.
Yeah.
I think it might.
Definitely.
I think they'll probably look at something probably for next year.
Yeah.
All right, well let's talk about some more fighting news. There's a lot of stuff going on with this PlayStation All Stars game.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's Sony Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
The characters that have been revealed so far are like Big Daddy, that Colonel from Killzone, Fat Princess, Hayachi, excuse me. Oh my God, from Tekken. Kratos, obviously from God of War. Nathan Drake from Uncharted. Represent.
Yeah.
Paprika the Rapper. That's right. It's an anime and a game in one. Parappa the Rapper. Sly Cooper from the Sly series. Sweet Tooth and Twisted Metal. And Toro, which I guess is just the PlayStation mascot. I'm not really familiar.
I don't even know.
With that. I was hoping you knew, in all honesty.
Jeez, no.
No, but I think it's a PlayStation mascot of some sort. And two more characters are going to be revealed next week at Comic-Con. Really this week now.
Okay, yeah, this week, yeah.
Sometime Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. anytime during Comic-Con we're going to get two new characters, but right now I'm just going to speculate.
Yeah.
Who do you want in this game? There's going to be third-party characters, so they have to be within the realm of possibilities that have maybe had ties to Sony before. Opens up the gate a lot, but it has to kind of make sense in a fighter,
Makes sense, yeah.
Any Metal Gear Solid character would fit, so like Raiden if they're trying to push Revengeance, which is the stupidest fucking name in the entire world, and that's coming from the Metal Gear Solid fan. Stupidest fucking name in the world. Anyways,
I would imagine they'd pick like Old Snake or something.
Old Snake, that'd be cool.
I mean, that's a.
They did Young Snake and Melee, or Brawl, excuse me. So
it's still a PS3 exclusive too, so Metal Gear Solid 4.
That's true.
That's
true. Maybe Raiden and Snake battling out. I don't know. Some other characters they could do is if they're gonna have the Big Daddy, they could always do the Big Sister, like from BioShock 2. I'm not the biggest fan of that game, but equal it out. They're just trying to make. But there goes the carbon copy rule, though. It may fall into victims of Brawl territories.
Yeah, definitely. She's lighter and faster. She jumps higher.
Yeah, she jumps higher, and her hitboxes are different. That's it.
What about the dude from Shadow of the Colossus?
How cool! The Wanderer, I believe his name is. I totally agree with that. Or the dude from Ico, Yeah. Some of those Team Ico games would be awesome. I didn't even think about that, man. That's a really good. That's a good one.
Trying to think of like PlayStation exclusives. Like, I'm surprised they haven't really announced like Crash Bandicoot yet. That's kind of like,
right. I didn't think. Wow. The original mascot. Wasn't that a Rare? No, it wasn't Rare. Who made Rare? Didn't even make games for Sony. What the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know who made that now. Jeez. But I mean, we've already got Sly Cooper. Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank or Jak and Daxter. Yeah.
We've got like two, again, PlayStation exclusives. Those are shoe-ins. I mean, if
those are probably the ones next week.
I'm like, if they don't have these characters, I will be disappointed because I love the Ratchet and Clank games.
If I may just say, they should just guest star. I know it's an Xbox character. They should just guest star Blinks the cat, so you could just mercilessly whoop the shit out of him. What an awful first launch title game for that system.
It's orange mascots. They're the best. Right
Whoa! Some Final Fantasy characters maybe.
Yeah.
Especially with how successful those Dissidia games are. I'm a big fan of those PSP fighting games. They're so much fun.
You could easily have Cloud in there. That's still
totally.
We haven't even seen a remake of 7, so I mean
that's true.
That is currently PlayStation 1 only.
That's true. Yeah. It's on PC soon also.
That's true. Okay, PC also, but still another PlayStation exclusive that's really easy to. That's true. That would send the Nintendo fanboys just freaking out. It was like Cloud.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I totally agree with that. I'm trying to think of a really good one. Maybe some Oddworld characters like like from Stranger's Wrath or Abe Abe was the original. That'd be cool. Some old kick it old school. Do a little throwback like that.
Oh shit! I mean, if Parappa the Rapper is anything, that's old school. That's
no shit. Yeah, that's the original fucking rhythm game almost. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
it's like
that's
Jeez, but yeah, oh, that's a great roster right there. I really hope they listen in, Sony, please.
I know, right? Yeah, these are probably all pretty obvious too.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I don't know how big their cast is going to be, but their game's coming out this October, so I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably going to hold some surprises back, but
I imagine so. Yeah,
you know.
That'll be cool. That actually gets me more excited because I couldn't think for the life of me of like what characters I would want to see. Now that we discussed it, I'm like,
and we didn't really even get into third-party characters.
Yeah,
you know, there's going to be a
yeah.
lot of guest stars, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah. So I can get behind it. I mean, I love the formula already, but it's like I don't know if I like this roster of characters. Now I have something to look forward to, so that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're at our finale. We're going to talk about our dream scenarios, which is kind of another segment that we're going to kind of continue to do. Just dream scenario. Just your wildest dreams, Abraham.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about most wanted fighting game crossovers. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and state an obvious one. I think this would be good. I'm talking Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
Yeah,
I want to see these dudes get fatality. You know, I want to see all the characters get ripped apart. I want to see Chun-Li's huge thighs, you know, be ripped off her and then beaten. She's just beaten in the ground. And I'm not hating on any of these characters. I just think it'd be the coolest thing ever to see these two genres like colliding. And they're so different, but they're both 2D, so it's not as crazy as this Tekken versus Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Or Cross X Street Fighter thing.
Yeah.
Does anyone even play that? Did you hear about this? That they're coming out with the new DLC characters? It's 12 new characters. Guess how much they're charging for it? I want you to just put a number out there.
Dude, it better not be like $30, is it?
That's pretty close.
Pretty close?
Yeah.
Is it like 40 or
It's like 20.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
It's pretty expensive. For 12 characters, I mean, like, I don't know. And they're characters that were already on the disc, but have to be unlocked through DLC that you purchase with extra money.
Oh, man.
Does that do anything for you?
Oh.
If it's on the disc, you should own it, right? You already bought the disc. That's kind of how I feel about it.
I love you guys, but that money grab is a little bit infuriating right there. Jeez.
Well, Capcom's no stranger to that game.
No,
How many times
sure.
did Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter 4 come out? There was like 14 versions of Street Fighter 4, right?
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Arcade Edition 2.
Addition to new challenger.
Yeah, the new challenger.
No.
Put an Ultimate or an X or a Super before or after it, and
it's
it
like
changes
just
it.
wait 10 years, they'll have the DLC characters. It's like you don't even need to get Street Fighter X Tekken now because they're probably going to come out with Ultimate Street Fighter X Tekken, and it's going to have all the DLC characters anyway. So
Exactly.
Which is funny because it just no, you're I like your picks. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Those are like two big games.
It could be a cool story too.
Yeah,
and it's all kung fu focused. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's not out of the realm of possibilities, especially with a lot of crossovers happening right now.
And I remember like back when those were big in like arcades and when arcades existed. By the way, arcades need to come back.
Hey, and if you don't live in America we don't have arcades.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bigger thing across seas, but here they died a long time ago.
Yeah,
if you see one, they're an oasis. It's
really hard to come across. But no, like in arcades back in the day, those were like the two games everybody would be playing: Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Totally.
Those were I would love to see that crossover.
What about you, man? Do you have any crossover fantasies?
Oh shit! I was picking just like general crossovers actually.
Like what? What was your?
My first one was like Capcom versus Square Enix because you've got a great roster on both sides.
Oh my god, dude! This works. This isn't the same theme. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure because it's like fighting game crossovers, but I mean,
no, dude. And there's a
yeah.
fighting game, Final Fantasy, the Dissidia series. So
Square did great with Dissidia.
Oh
so
my god,
like,
I really love those games.
and you don't even have to pick just Final Fantasy characters. You've got Kingdom Hearts, you got Sora.
You have Kingdom Hearts, no shit, and you have Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest, you've got a lot of different great characters from
Holy
both
shit!
sides.
I was thinking very broad with my. I think very narrow with my.
I was
with
almost
my choices.
worried we picked the same because I know we love both of those.
Capcom versus Square Enix. That is a dream scenario. I take mine back and I choose yours.
If it was like Ultimate, it'd be something like like Square Enix, Capcom, Nintendo, maybe somebody else in there. That'd be
wow. That's ultra. Wow, that's an Inception dream scenario.
Yeah, right.
We got to go 4 layers deep, Abraham, with Sony and Nintendo, Sega.
But yeah, no, that I'm like just great fucking rosters right here, man. as far as like gaming icons go,
Dude,
boom.
you had me at Sora. You had me at fighting with Sora, Riku, that entire cast, and then with the Final Fantasy characters, and wow, that is a dream scenario for sure.
I mean, getting to Cydia enough, I was like, you get all of the Final Fantasy main characters and villains together?
Yeah,
what the fuck
I know, and they're
shit?
fighting in like this huge... It's cool, because like you jump on those like pre-planned like movement paths or whatever, and they're just really cool, because if they jump on the same one opposite, like, and y'all clash, the game is sick.
Yeah.
The game is really cool, and the ability that you have to like save your replays and watch it later. Like I usually never do that, but like the fights are so cinematic.
Yeah.
That like I filled up an entire memory card with like just those saves, man. Like I really dig those games. They should make a console version of those games. It's like super high fidelity graphics and just like really just sick looking and really shiny. It's gotta be super shiny.
I don't know, that fighting system in the Kingdom Hearts on the 3DS, that's a good fighting system too. So that's, man, I would like to see a game built in that engine. That's really...
What do you think would be a good game to cross over with like Guilty Gear or BlazBlue?
Oh shit.
What could kind of like fit like in its...
Damn, dude, that's the... Okay, shit, it's hard to let, for me personally, just knowing the mechanics, it's like hard to cross over games like Street Fighter just because of how different they are, how different a pace they are.
Absolutely.
There are a ton of there are actually like a ton of like 2D fighters built in that same vein of like Guilty Gear at the same pace too. They really don't hit big in America though. It's really sad.
Really?
I forget which one. There was one that in Japan like is almost as popular as both of those. And I've
done by a different studio, different guy, and everything.
Different guy, yeah. And I've seen some gameplay videos of that. I'm like, this is crazy shit too. This is just, wow. I wish I could remember some of their names. I guess, you know, we were talking about SNK. SNK would probably be a nice fit for that genre.
King of Fighters and
like
a Guilty Gear. Oh my god, that's... I knew you were gonna pull it together.
Because Street Fighter's got a particular look and feel to it, but King of Fighters and like Samurai Showdown, those are all very anime oriented.
If you all the SNK with Samurai Showdown and everything, that would be awesome.
It'd be like,
that's two fucking scenarios. That's awesome, dude. That's great.
I feel their styles fit a little bit better. I'd love to see Street Fighter and everything, but I think those two are kind of just fit visually. You know, they look right together. So those would be great.
Dude. Yeah, that's
those would be great. Those would be great together.
God, I can't even believe I didn't think like that. That's amazing, man.
It took me a while.
I would have never gotten there. So that's your brain, baby.
I do.
Well, cool. I guess we can end it there, man. You know, we're just trying to stick to the fighting game theme. You know, just a short and sweet episode with just the two of us. We're just trying to get all these, as many episodes as we can out there, and just trying to fill up our site. We just redesigned our site, so if you're listening to this around the date that I specified earlier, the 8th July this year, 2012. You'll see that our site's gone some more professional changes. It looks a little better.
Yeah, check it out. It looks great.
Yeah, check it out. It looks really good. We've added some more stuff so you can like rate comments and stuff like that. You know, you're still tied into YouTube, and we're just trying to make everything streamlined. I'm going to keep up with the news and everything. And
links in the description. We should be good for that. Yeah,
absolutely.
And if you're viewing this from WordPress, then you don't have to worry about that, so you're there already.
Yeah. And if you realize we dropped the WordPress, we're now just optionalbosses.com. That's legit, right? We're legit.
Yes.
Now we just got to get our site legit instead of blog legit. And like I said, we have a little more looking like a real website now and a little less like a blog. It was kind of looking a little MySpacey, a little Zanga-y, if you will. So looking a little better now. So yeah, go show us some love, and that's really it, guys.
We've got the ratings and everything. So rate the articles, rate the comments.
If it sucks, give it a 1.
Yeah.
If it's great, though, give it a 5.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anything else, man?
No, I can think of right now. Yeah.
Great. All right. Game on.
Yeah.
Woo!